Hey you guys, this is Michelle Goldstein and you are at Heart Alchemy Yoga on YouTube. We're filming today at Light on Lotus in Los Angeles, California. So if you're ever in the area, please stop by. We're so grateful, first of all, for all of your shares, your likes, and your comments on the videos. It helps us out loads, and we also love hearing from you and building community with you. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, I just want to open the door to anybody who would be interested or willing or feeling moved to donate to help fund our videos. We have been producing all of these videos on an extremely limited budget, and if you feel moved to even donate $1, we appreciate it, or as little or as much as you feel moved to. You don't have to at all. The videos are free, but it really means a lot to us if you can help give back. We can produce better quality videos and more videos for you. So you can go to heartalchemyyoga.com to donate. There's a donate button on the landing page. Let's go ahead and get started today. I got lots of requests for backward bending, heart opening classes, and so that's what we're going to do today, is a flow with back bends. So start out, make sure you have a strap today or a towel or something. A strap is better if you have it, or a belt, because you want it to be a little bit longer than your wingspan, or about as long as your wingspan at least. Let's start out on the back. Bend your knees. Put your feet on the floor. Close your eyes. Feel the length of your spine along the floor as you begin to deepen your breath. And begin to drop in to how you're feeling right now. And we'll do a little warm up with some bridge flow. So to start, take your arms by your sides with the elbows on the mat and the fingertips pointed up. And for the first one, you'll roll the tailbone up off the floor and roll the spine up to the upper back. Walk the shoulder blades together for a breath. And then you'll lower your spine one vertebra at a time back down. So we're going to do this a few more times with some arm movement. Make sure the tailbone rolls all the way down. Take the arms down by your side, straight by your side. And then as you roll the tailbone up and the spine up, float the arms up and over your head. Lift to the upper back. And then as you exhale, lower the arms, lower the spine, hands to the ground, tailbone to the ground, which will give you a little arc in the back when you lower the tailbone all the way to the tip. And then you'll roll the tailbone back up, which will lower the low back, lift the chest, lift everything up, feet press down, bring it to the upper back. And as you exhale, lower the arms, lower the spine, roll the tailbone down to the tip, and you'll rock back up on the tailbone. Okay, one more time. Roll the spine up, reach the arms up, heart lifts, and then roll yourself down to the ground. Reach the arms forward, bring it into a very slight bit of core work. Work the feet down. Good. Now grab the backs of the legs and rock yourself up and come to your first downward facing dog pose. Just a very slight blueprint of where we're headed in the body. Root your fingers and your feet, at least the balls of the feet, if you can, begin to press the heels down. As you breathe here, root the thigh bones, the femur bones is the name, up and back into the hip sockets. Push up out of the shoulders. And then inhale, shift forward to a plank position and just lower the hips a little bit with the toes tucked. We normally wouldn't do this, but just for today, keep the thighs lifted, bring the shoulder heads back, and then back to downward dog. So make sure you stay supported through the middle. Inhale, shift forward, lower the hips a little, but keep the thighs engaged. Bring the shoulder heads back, and exhale back to downward dog. Okay, one more time. Inhale, shift forward. Keep the toes tucked. It's like a modified up dog. And exhale to downward dog. So you don't want to feel that in your low back at all. Keep the quads flexed. It's going to be important for you to do that throughout this practice. Good. Lift your right leg up on an inhale, and as you exhale, step the right foot up to the front of your mat. Lower the left knee to the ground, and as you take the arms up, wrap the left arm under the right arm for an eagle wrap with the arms. Soften the shoulders down the back. Lift the low belly, lift the heart. Spread the toes on your front foot and work the inner right foot down. One more breath. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and step the left foot up to meet the right at the top of your space. Lengthen your spine on the inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Stretch the arms overhead. If this is challenging for you, you can grab the strap right now between your hands and stretch the arms overhead that way. Rise up to stand up. Press the feet down, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. And release the head and neck. Lengthen on your inhale. Exhale, step back to plank position, and we'll take a vinyasa from here. Lower to chaturanga. Now in your up dog, release the toes. This is how we want to do it 99% of the time. And back to downward dog. Occasionally we break the rules, but it's good to know what's healthy and safe in your body. This is really an intermediate to advanced practice. Good. Step the left foot up to the front of your mat. Lower your right knee. And you'll take the arms into an eagle wrap. Right arm under the left as you lift up into a low lunge with eagle variation on the arms. Shoulders sink down the back. Forearms hug together. Low belly lifts, big inhale. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift your right knee up, and step the right foot up to meet the left. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Fold in on the exhale. Interlace with the opposite grip. Behind your back, stretch the arms overhead. Hug the navel in and up. Breathe. Rise up to stand up. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog pose. Push up out of the shoulders, especially today. We always want to do that, but because we're warming up those rhomboids in the upper back muscles. Okay, step the right foot up to the front of your mat. Reach the arms up. Okay, you're in crescent pose. And then in this crescent, take your right hand or right fingertips either to your left hip or to your left hamstrings or even to the outer left hamstring if that feels okay. And then roll the right shoulder back. Keep the core engaged. Reach the left arm up. Now, as you sink into it, maybe you start to lift your gaze. Be mindful that you're supported in the low belly, supported in the low back. One more breath. Good. And then take the left hand down to the ground. Reach the right arm up for a twist. Take just a few breaths here. Slide the shoulders down the back. And just another breath in. Now exhale the right hand down. Step the left foot up to meet the right. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. And as you rise up, keep your right hand by your right side and reach the left arm up and over for a side stretch. Flex the thighs, hug the belly in. Shoulders slide away from the ears. Both arms reach up, inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. Lengthen on your inhale. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Take a cycle of breath here. You'll step the left foot up to your hands. Come up to crescent pose. And then you'll bring the left fingertips to either your right hip or right hamstrings or the outer right hamstring. Okay? Sink down into the left hip a little, but keep the low belly lifted. Maybe reach the right arm up. Roll the left shoulder head back. Lift the gaze. One more big inhale. Exhale, right hand down, left arm to the sky. Shoulders down the back. Good, and just another breath. Open the chest. Exhale, left hand down. Right foot steps up to meet the left at the top of the mat. Align your feet, lengthen the spine. Inhale. Fold in on the exhale. As you rise up, left hand to left leg, right arm reach up and over the right ear. And you drop gently into a side stretch. Quadriceps stay flexed, inner feet press down, spread the toes. Good, both arms reach up, inhale. And this time fold forward on the exhale. And as you lengthen, inhale, exhale, fold back in. Okay, bend the knees, chair pose, inhale, fold forward, exhale, lengthen out, inhale, exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back to downward dog pose. Step your right foot up between your hands. Come up to warrior one pose for a breath. Bend the right knee, sweep the arms up. Exhale the hands down to the ground. Step to plank and lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps through. Back heel flat. Come up, warrior one, inhale, and exhale, release to plank, and lower down. Inhale, upward facing, and exhale, downward facing dog pose. Deep breath through your nose. Right? Ujjayi breath. As the practice advances, really it's the breathing practice that begins to advance, and the physical practice, I mean, that's the easy stuff. Bring your feet up to the front of your mat. Lengthen on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps through, back heel to the ground. Come up, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Left foot steps through, back heel flat. Come up, warrior one, inhale. And exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward dog. Steady the breath. As we advance, the body's only going to stretch so much, the physical body. You'll learn to do all kinds of cool stuff, maybe, with your body. But the mind can open infinitely. And if we can harness consciously the energy of the heart, master the emotions, that's how we advance in the practice. Bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps through, back heel flat. Come up, warrior one, inhale. Exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left side steps through. Come up, warrior one. Inhale and exhale, release and lower. Inhale up. Use your core to take it back to downward dog. The practice is the gateway to the temple of our heart. It really is. Bring your feet to your hands, and we'll do one more round of these. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps through, back heel flat. Come up, warrior one. Root the feet, sink down into it. Exhale, release, and lower down. Want to be extra mindful of the lower body, the feet and the thighs and the core, left side step through, especially when we're moving into the upper back. Inhale, warrior one, and release. Sometimes we start to focus so much on this one area that we're working on in a practice that we lose the base and the center. It's important to be mindful of the whole to keep it safe and smart. Okay, lift the right leg up, inhale. Now as you exhale, step the right foot all the way up to the front of your mat. Spin the back heel flat to the floor. Come up to warrior one pose. And let's wrap the left arm under the right arm, again, for eagle wrap, okay? Sink down into that right hip and roll the left side of your body forward. Okay, left foot steps up over the right for eagle. Sink down into it and also lift up out of it. Shoulders down the back. Okay, now keep the arms wrapped, unwrap the legs. Extend the left leg back, and we'll just touch warrior three. Lengthen the left leg back, shoulders down the back, belly in. And step back to warrior one. Release the arms. Reach them up. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Fold forward. So this is the second time we're doing this arm variation. Feel the right hip hug in to the midline of your body. Stamp the feet down, spread the toes. Good, and then release the hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Roll to the outer edge of the left foot. We're going to reach the right arm up and then bring the right toes to the floor behind you, and you'll lift into a tripod back bend. Now push up out of that left shoulder. Drop the head back. Open the heart. Good. Now to get out of this, use your core muscles. Come back to plank and either back to downward dog or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Left leg lifts up, inhale. Exhale, step through to warrior one. We're coming in for the eagle wrap, right arm under the left. Sink down into the left hip and roll the right side of your torso and your right hip and right thigh forward. You'll step up to eagle pose, right leg up and over the left. Watch the breath. We'll transition to eagle wrapped warrior three. So the arms stay wrapped. Unwrap the legs. You can bend the standing knee. I usually do that, at least to get into it. And then lower the right hip so you're in warrior three. Lengthen the spine. Eventually, if it feels good, you can straighten the left leg, but you don't have to. And step back to warrior one. Plant the back foot. Release the arms up. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Switch one finger over and fold into humble warrior. Deeply breathing. Deeply breathing. Okay, both hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Let's roll to the outer right foot. Reach the left arm up. Take the left toes to the floor behind you. Flex the right foot and push up out of the right shoulder. Let the head go. Let the heart lift and lead and rise. And then use your core. Come back to plank and either down dog or chaturanga. Deep breath. As we warm up those rhomboids, it'll be easier for you to lift the shoulders away from the ears in down dog. Good, and again, bring the feet to your hands. Lengthen on your inhale. Fold on the exhale. Inhale, rise to stand up, reach up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, you're going to step the right leg straight back behind you. And then step the left leg back to down dog split. Lift that left leg up. And then set the right knee down on your mat. Walk the hands back 3 inches. Bend the elbows. Lift the right knee up. And take the right foot to the top of the left thigh. Good. Maybe reach the arms back. Spread the toes. And feel the upper back open. Good. Now release the legs and lift the chest up for Shalabhasana. The feet press down and the heels spin out. Toes in. Good. Now reach the arms forward. Bring the palms together in front of your heart. Chest up higher. Good. Lower down, plant the palms. Press up to cobra pose on an inhale. And downward facing dog pose on the exhale. Okay, now from here, step the right foot up to your hands, back heel flat. Come up to warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Let's wrap the left arm behind the back. Catch the right thigh. Reach the right arm up for a breath. And then straighten the right leg. Let's come to half-bound triangle pose. Right fingertips can graze the right shin or a block or the floor under the right shoulder. Slide the shoulders away from the ears, and if it feels good, maybe you gaze over your left shoulder. And we're going to keep the wrap, step up to half moon pose. Okay, now free up that left arm, sweep it up. And bend the left knee, and we'll come for Ardha Chandra Chapasana, which is such, I always add this pose when we're doing backbending practices. It's kind of an obvious one. Good, now release that left leg back, left arm to the sky. Step the left foot straight back behind you, so you're in warrior 2. And bring the right fingertips down to the inside of the right foot. Reach the left arm up and over the left ear for a few breaths. Open the right hip, or the right knee rather, and hug the right hip into center so you can open the right hip. And then you'll take the left arm wrap behind you. Interlace the fingers behind your back if it's available to you for a wrap. If it's not available to you, then listen to your body and respect it. Beautiful. Now we'll come up to warrior 2 pose. Straighten the right leg and spin the right foot in. Spin the right foot in, take the arms out to your side, press the palms away from you for a moment. And we're going to come in for a reverse namaste. It's called the Paschimo Namaskar, the hidden prayer. Palms together behind your back. Now again, if this is not available to you, you could always bring the fists together or grab onto opposite elbows behind your back. If you can get the palms together, this is a great stretch for the forearms and the wrists. and the elbows. Okay, now retract the shoulder heads, hug the belly in, and bend forward at the hips. Release your head and neck. Good. Now keep the arms like this if you can. Come on up. Spin the heels out, or the heels in rather, toes out, bend the knees. So you're in temple with the Paschimo Namaskar. Lift the toes, spread them, and tailbone lengthens down to the ground. Good. Now free up the arms. Sweep them out. Maybe touch the thumb and pointer fingers together. Feel the elbows soften. And then you'll straighten the legs, arms reach up. Turn the left foot in, right foot turns out. Come back to warrior two pose. Reverse your warrior, inhale. And exhale, release the hands to the mat. Take a vinyasa from here. Beautiful. Step the right foot up to your hands. Come up to a crescent lunge, and we'll take a prayer twist to the right. Press the palms together. And if it feels good, maybe you open the arms. And if it feels good, there's a wrap here too. I'm not going to do it right now. It's like a lot of work for me to get into it. But if you want to explore that, for sure, do it. Drive through the left heel, the back heel. Press it back. One more breath. Good. Both hands down to the mat. Step up onto the right leg. Come to standing split. Flex the feet, spread the toes. So it's good to stretch out the hamstrings. It'll help you get more deeply into your other back bends. Good. Set the left foot down next to the right at the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Fold in on the exhale. Rise up to stand up, inhale. We'll keep it moving here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Okay, as you inhale, you'll step the left leg straight back behind you. And lift the right leg up and back. Then from here, you'll lower the left knee. Walk the hands back 2 inches. Spread the toes. Bend the elbows and stack the right thigh, the straight one, on top of the left foot. And then, if you can, reach the fingertips back so the arms are straight. The shoulder blades come together. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth. Good, and then release the legs. Fingertips still walk back. Walk the fingertips back. Press the tops of the feet down. And float the arms up. And arms forward. Palms together, heart up more. Good. Release the hands down. Lower the forehead. Press up to cobra pose, inhale. And downward dog on the exhale. Beautiful. Step the left foot up to your hands. Come up to warrior one pose. And let's open to warrior two. Okay, right arm wraps behind the back. Grab something if you can. Straighten the left leg. Lengthen forward into half-bound triangle pose. Deeply breathing. Maybe you start to gaze up over your right shoulder. The left hip hugs into center, so be mindful that you're not collapsing that left hip back behind you. Hug it in. And we'll step up onto the left leg. Come to half bound, half moon pose. Flex the feet, especially on the lifted leg. And then release the right arm up to the sky. And see if you can bend the right knee and catch the right foot from behind. So again, you know this, right? But just friendly reminder, anything that is like, my body doesn't do that, if your body's telling you it doesn't do it, then why are you doing it? You know, you can, stage 1 is great. Doesn't mean beginner. Let your practice always be a beginner's practice. Release the right leg, right arm up to the sky, and step back to warrior 2, like you've never done it before. Okay, left fingertips down to the inside of the left foot, right arm up, and over the right ear. Like you've never done this before. Check it out. See it with new eyes. Let your practice be love at first sight. Every moment is the first sight. Right arm wraps behind your back. See if you can wrap the left arm under as well. Now, once you get the wrap, if you're collapsing down toward the floor, come back to stage 1. If you've got the space in the upper back, begin to gaze up over the right shoulder and open the heart toward the sky. Good. Let's come up to warrior 2. Straighten the left leg. Parallel the feet. Good. Arms out to your sides. Palms press away from you. All right, we're coming in for the Paschimo Namaskar again. Palms together behind your back, or whatever variation you took before. It's probably a little bit easier now because you're a little more warmed up. Take the shoulder heads back, hug the low ribs in, and then with a flat back, bend forward. Lift the kneecaps up, spread the toes. Stabilize the base, and stabilize the center. Good, now keep the hands like this. Rise up, spin the heels out, in, the toes out, and release the arms out to your sides. Palms up, just close your eyes. Remember why you do this. And expand out from your heart through your fingertips as you sink down into the pose. Beautiful. Straighten the legs, open the eyes. Spin to warrior 2. Face the front of your mat. Bend the left knee. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. And exhale, release to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back, downward dog pose. Good. Lots of shoulder work in there, so take a moment in your down dog. You know, if you need to adjust, do that. And let down dog be a counter stretch as well as a warm-up. There's a counter stretch for the previous pose and a warm-up for the next pose, the pose to come. Okay, left foot steps up to your hands. Come up to crescent pose. And let's take a prayer twist to the left. Perhaps you open the arms. Maybe you wrap this pose too. It's your choice. Beautiful. Both hands down to the mat. Step up onto the left leg. Come to standing split. Flex the right foot. Flex the quadriceps. And just another breath here. Okay, release the right foot down next to the left. Lengthen, inhale. Fold in, exhale. Rise up to stand up, inhale. Palms meet at the heart on the exhale. Okay, so from here, I'm going to have you grab your strap, and we're going to do a little, it's called shoulder flossing. It's what it's been called to me. So you'll stand on your right leg to start. We're going to add this to tree pose, so there are no surprises. You'll take the strap, palms down, a little wider than shoulders width apart. Okay, that's how you're going to come into it when you come into tree. But first, take the left foot up to the right thigh and reach the arms up. And just play with this. You can widen the hands if that seems smart. And then start to see if you can take the arms way back. Maybe not. Maybe. Keep the core engaged. Then reach the arms back up. These are so good for your upper back. And then arms reach back. And arms back up. Core still engaged. One more time. Arms back. And arms up. And then release the arms. Release the left foot down next to the right. Okay, we'll switch sides. Right foot to the left thigh for tree. Just fun to challenge the balance a little when you do this. You don't have to do tree. It's more important to get the upper back stretch. So arms reach back. And up. Do it a few more times. Good. And then we'll release. Release the strap. Palms together in front of your heart. And then moving a little deeper, open the feet and turn the toes out a little bit. And then bend the knees, come down to Malasana, palms together in front of your heart. Feel the sitting bones sink down. And take the right arm along the inside of the right leg to the floor and reach the left arm up. So this is stage 1. Stage 2, interlace the fingers behind your right leg or behind your back and roll the left shoulder open. Good, and then come back to center. And we'll switch sides. Left hand along the inside of the left leg as you extend out. And then maybe you wrap the arms behind your back. Beautiful. Release, and come all the way onto your back. And to set it up, it might be useful at this point to just take a peek at your feet before you come down, because we're coming in for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Turn the toes so that they're in and that the outer feet are straight. Okay, now lift your hips up, take them close to your heels-ish, and then lie down on your back. And just like we started class, bend the elbows, fingertips point up. Soften the wrists a little bit, soften the fingers. We're not doing anything yet but this. And just breathe here. Breathe into your body. Okay, so stage 1, work bridge pose. You'll roll the spine up and walk the shoulder blades together under your back this time and hold it for a few breaths. Stage 2, for those of you that are coming into wheel, you can plant the hands, palms down by the sides of your neck. Come up onto the top of the head. I like to pop up onto the toes. There are teachers that will say that's not how you really do this pose, but I think it helps to get into it. I think it's totally safe. Take the shoulders away from the ears, push the head up off the floor, and then sink the heels, ground down through the heels even. And then maybe walk the hands in, press the heart between your hands, release your neck. Good. And then lower yourself down onto your back and keep your feet on the floor. It's important to not hug the knees in between back bends. Just like you wouldn't want to fold a credit card back and forth, unless you were trying to ruin it and tear it in half. You don't want to do that to your spine. So just feel the spine lengthen along the ground. Okay, one more. Come on up. Again, you can pop up on the toes. That's fine for a moment. Lengthen the tailbone down. Push the head up off the floor, and then work the feet down, especially the inner feet and the heels. You want to work those foot points down to stabilize the pose. Good. Tuck the chin, lower onto the back of your neck. Set the heels down, drop the knees in, open the feet, and just feel your back, your spine on the floor. If you want one more, go for it. If you want 10 more, it's fine, but just be present in your body. It's not good to overdo it. It's always better to underdo if you're to err on the side of anything, but at its best in yoga, we find just the right spot. Okay, from here you'll take the right knee on top of the left knee for eagle legs again, and lift the knees toward your chest and grab onto the outer feet with each hand for supine Gomukhasana, Supta Gomukhasana. Feel the shoulders sink down and allow your back and your hips to release. Good. Okay, now release the feet. Keep the legs like this. And you'll take the arms like cactus arms by your side. Take the hips 2 inches to the right and drop the knees over to the left for a twist with eagle legs. If it feels good, you can close your eyes. Good, and then come back to center. Unwrap the legs, level the hips. Take the left knee on top of the right knee. So we're coming in for that Supta Gomukhasana. Grab the outer feet. Flex the feet. It's a good habit to get into in your practice. And breathe. Breathe to wherever you want it. You can breathe into your hips. You can breathe into your heart. You can breathe into the heart of the universe. This is the power of the mind as you master the breathing and you harmonize the breath and the mind. Okay, release the feet. Keep the legs like this, right? Take the hips 2 inches to the left, cactus arms, knees to the right. You can grab onto the right knee with the right hand, or the left knee rather, with the right hand, if it feels good. Beautiful, and then come back to center. Hug the knees into your chest. Good, now straighten the legs straight up to the sky. And see if you can definitely use your strap here, by the way, and take it around the bottom of your feet. Otherwise, grab onto the outer feet with your hands and slide the shoulders down the back. Flex the thighs. Flex through the feet. And work the inner feet up toward the ceiling. Just to stabilize the hamstrings and the low back. Good. And then lower the legs to the ground. Close your eyes and rest in Shavasana. So if you want to take a long Shavasana, which I recommend very much, you can hit pause right now. And then when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest. Roll to your side. And press yourself up to sit. When you come to seated, close your eyes. And rest your hands, palms up on your knees. The heart is the gateway to the temple of our practice. And when we open our hearts get bigger. I think it's also useful to remember that when we open our hearts to both joy and sadness. So as we see the joy and the beauty in life, we will also experience the sadness of loss. And to see that as beautiful too. And to keep the heart open. To all that is coming. And all that is going. Let what comes, come. Let what goes, go. And observe what remains. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. And bow to your inner teacher. Namaste. Thank you so very much, you guys, for practicing with me today. Again, we're at Light on Lotus in Los Angeles, California. Please stop by if you're ever in the area. You're at Heart Alchemy Yoga on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please like, share, and comment on the videos. Your comments and connecting with you guys personally is just so awesome. We love it, and we also love fulfilling your requests, which this class was among them. Also, please, if you feel moved to donate to Heart Alchemy Yoga, your donations will help us. It'll help fuel our fire, and our passion is bringing peace to the planet. That's why we're doing this. So anything you feel you'd like to contribute, you can do so at heartalchemyyoga.com. Thank you so much, you guys.